Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicolette. This is the Little Corner Book Nook, and today we are talking about my top books of 2025. 2025 was a very interesting year for books for me. I went pretty much balls to the wall when it came to the beginning of the year, and then by June I hit a reading slump. That being said, I read over 160 books, 100 being up to June and then 60 being the rest of the year, which is slumpy for me. I know for other people that's actually not bad at all. I read a lot. Let's get into it because I read some really great books last. So the first nonfiction book is a memoir, and that is Cher, the Memoir, Part 1 by Cher. Cher is one of my idols. I really appreciate her and what she does for pretty much every community. She's very outspoken about what she believes in, and she really supports the causes she believes in, and I just really love her. I've seen her in concert and it was amazing. I adore her, and I wanted to read her memoir, so I did listen to the audiobook for this. It is half done by her and half done by a friend of hers. A lot of this story, like, she goes into deep detail, and you can tell, like, she did a lot of personal self-work while writing this, and, like, really going through, like, I don't know how to explain, like, this woman, like, yes, there needs to be a part 2 because her life, there's so much to it. Everything was done with so much poise, like, but also, like, just, there's people who are like Audrey Hepburn poise, and then there's people like Cher who, like, she does not give a F what people think of her. She's just going to live her life her way. And this book especially shows that it wasn't always that way and how she got to that point. And I really love this. She is forever my idol, and I cannot wait for part 2. I think it comes out this year or next year. I forget which, but I want it real bad. Other nonfiction that I really want to shout out is Everything is Spiriculousness by John Green. This book, John Green does nonfiction so well. Like, I love his fiction work, but I feel like his nonfiction, he's like getting to a base level so that even people who might not grasp concepts can grasp them. He really humanizes stories. And this one was fantastic. It was amazing. And yeah, if you have not read Everything is Spiriculousness, I need you to read it. It is so good, especially now. I need people to read this because we're gonna see a rise of TB, unfortunately, and he explains why we're going to see a rise of it, especially in the Western world, in this book. But oh my gosh, it was so good. So now we are going to get into my top ranked fiction. So there are only 9. I could not pick a 10th, and I didn't feel like anything else fit this list as well. So we're keeping it concise to a top 9. North is the Night by Emily Rath. This is Emily Rath's first fantasy, and it is a sapphic story. It is about 2 girls and their friendship and their love for each other, and they both go on these crazy journeys. It's based on Finnish mythology, and that's mythology that I knew very little about going into this. So it was really interesting to see it because Emily Rath does have Finnish characters in her Jacksonville Ray series, and it's kind of the history behind Mars's back tattoo. And I thought that was interesting in Jacksonville Rays, but to see it in and told by Emily, it's so good. Another one of my auto-buy authors made their way on this list, and that is Sweet Obsession by Katee Robert. Sweet Obsession is Poseidon, and we've heard a lot about this man throughout the series. He's not really part of He does not want to be part of all the craziness and shenanigans and the politicking. He just kind of wants to run his business, protect his people, and that's about it. And oh my gosh, I don't see a book topping book 2 for me. I just love that dynamic. I love that story. But Katee Robert writes such an amazing, twisted story, and I love this, and things are happening, and I'm just really excited. So yes, Sweet Obsession definitely made the list. I read the Carolina Comets. I actually read the entire series in the year, but my standout favorite was Blind Pass, and I love this book so much because it is a kind of modern take on Beauty and the Beast. You have the pretty girl, you have the majorly scarred hero. He took a blade to the face at one point, and he has a big facial scar. And she is sunshine, he is grumpy. They have pets that are the exact opposites of their personalities. And it's just so much fun. And it's Marion in Vegas. Like, honestly, it was my favorite book in the series. It's the reason I continue the Carolina Comet series. So yes, absolutely love this one. If you want to start a hockey romance series, I would say Carolina Comets is a great way to go. It's really fun. And yeah, I love that. At number 6, another Taken Hunter. I did decide to start the Seattle Serpent series. There's one book left. I actually did a vlog catching up on the series with the last 3, which I will link down below if you're interested. But my favorite so far in that series is Empty Net, and this is Foxy's story, and he is the goalie for the team. He is such a golden retriever hero, and I absolutely love him. There is such family dynamics that mirror kind of the dynamics in parts of my family, and I really related to it. I was crying when I was reading this. Again, I'm linking that video so you can actually see my full thoughts on it. But yeah, I love Foxy Baby. Number 5 should come as no surprise. Emily Rath is one of my favorite authors at this point. I'm almost a completist with her work. Shocking that Pucking Strong made it. It is number 5 on my list, and I loved this one so much. Jacksonville Rays, Jacksonville Rays, Jacksonville Rays. But honestly, Pucking Strong might be my favorite in the series, which is crazy. Not Book Husband. Book Husband will always be Ryan Langley from book 2, but I love Teddy and Henrik so much. Oh my gosh. And it's my favorite tropes, and yeah, like, I love a good marriage of convenience. I love like a single parent, like child acquisition story. There's so much to this that I absolutely loved, and we got our demisexual representation in Henrik. And as a demisexual myself, it was perfection. Like, Emily Rath did so good with that. It's really nice. So yes, if you haven't checked out Jacksonville Rays, I highly suggest it. Henrik and Teddy have my entire heart. I love them. Reason they are not book husbands is because I want them to be happy together. Number 4 really surprised me that it ended up so high on this list, but I still think about it, and it's been almost a year since I've read it. So, I read a historical fiction that knocked my freaking socks off, and that is The Duke Gets Even by Joanna Shupe. This book, I got excited because even in the beginning, it starts out in Newport, and as someone who is close to Newport, I go to Newport every Christmas. I never made my Christmas video. I have some holiday footage from Newport and Christmas, but I know Newport, so everything that they're describing when they're having the summer in Newport, like, I got, and I could picture this entire book because it is historical in America, which is really nice. And I love these characters. He is a duke who has no money, but he has a title. He is looking for a wife with money. And he sees this woman pretty much skinny dipping in the bay. And he's just like, oh, this siren. And she has long red hair. And he is just enthralled by this woman. And lo and behold, she is best friends to the woman he is supposed to be kind of trying to court. And shenanigans ensue. She is such a fun main character, and this brings up a lot of, like, she doesn't have to get married, her dad's, like, totally chill, but, so it's them, like, fighting their instincts to be together, but she's also doing, like, really amazing things for women. Like, there is a whole side plot where she is getting pretty much, women's health care for the less fortunate, and she gets in trouble for it. And I'm just like, yes, this woman is amazing. I love her. And yeah, I completely fell in love with her, and she's kind of the reason I love this. And yeah, like, I love strong-ass women being strong-ass women. All right, we're at the top 3, and there is a theme with all of these, and it was a grudge match to figure out which places they were going into, because I loved all 3 of these books so much. In third, we have The Rest of the Story by Tal Bauer. It is a gut punch, and so much happens in this. It is a queer hockey romance written by a queer author, and I love Tal Bauer. This is the year, like, nothing could top Tal Bauer. The Rest of the Story, it's just a gut punch of a book, and it is about this older hockey player. He gets traded to a team, and he's not happy about it, but then people he knows who are on the team are like, dude, like, we really need you. Like, here's the situation. Here's what's going on. We need your help. And he's like, what the fuck? he's like, what the frick? What can I do? And he's figuring out what he can do. And the younger players are, like, really freaking out. And there's so much abuse going on in this system. And he is just like, okay, I'm gonna make some noise, and we're gonna get everything straightened out, and we're gonna protect people. And it's so much found family. And each of these characters, at least the ones that you like, are amazing. The ones that you hate, they're horrible people. I cannot fathom, actually I could fathom these type of people in real life, because there are people like this in real life. But how protective this team is of each other, and how they come together and take care of one another. It's just beautiful, and yeah, and there's a love story in it. So, yeah, The Rest of the Story took my heart. Third. Number 2, again, rocked my world. I cried. I was not okay. And is the reason I am continuing on with this series. I'm not fully caught up to current release, but I fully plan on getting there. That is Irresponsible Puck Boy by Eden Finley and Saxon James. This is the second book in the Puck Boy series, which is a queer hockey romance series. The first book, I liked it. It was fine. The second book killed me. Killed me. I was crying the entire time I read this book. It is about 2 friends. They play on the same team in Vegas. We're talking Vegas. Vegas. And some situation happens. There's a breakup with a girlfriend, and yeah, it's friends to lovers married in Vegas. Like, and lots of emotions. I cried so much reading this. Just emotional gut punch. So good. I love these boys. These are my favorite 2 boys in the collective. And yeah, this book was so good. And finally, my favorite book of 2025. again, Tal Bauer. It was the year of Tal Bauer for me. I loved Gravity by Tal Bauer because this book just took me out. Again, crying all the time. Tal Bauer knows how to write a damn book. And he knows how to just F you up. This book is about two players. They meet at All-Star Weekend. They play really well together. And feelings ensue. Some things ensue. And somehow they end up getting on the same team. There's a trade. And one of the players ends up in Montreal. And one of the players already plays in Montreal. And it is their relationship. And it's one of those things of, we want to be together, lots of miscommunication, but the end of this book, and I think the reason that this book messed with me as much as it did is because kind of the final, like, thing that happens, that catalyst at the end that makes them, like, happily ever after, was so close to a situation that actually happened the season before in Europe, in the European League. And unfortunately, a player there lost their life to this type of injury or similar injury. And I don't know, I think it was just so close to when that happened that it really just, it hurt my heart a lot, because you'd hate to see that happen to somebody. And their relationship was so sweet and just it all mixing together. I love Gravity. I love Tal Bauer. Like, honestly, any of these three books could have ended up in top spot. It's just kind of how I'm feeling right now. And I'm, again, thinking about how I was feeling emotionally with everything going on. Overall, I had an amazing reading year. And these were just kind of the cream of the crop. Like, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like, if you've read any of these and you've enjoyed them as much, let's geek out about them in the comments. If because of this, they've made it onto your list to check out in the new year, also let me know. And if you had any books that you would like to recommend, leave them down in the comments, because I am always looking for recommendations. So that is it for me. I will see you guys very soon.